Hey guys, this is Angel bringing you another video on my high desert garden. Today's date is April 25th, 2023, and this is gonna be a video tour of my garden. It's just gonna be a video tour for, I'm not gonna say the month because April is just almost over, but let's just say this is the spring full video tour of my garden. I apologize if I have not been loading any videos for the past, 4 months. And I have so many different excuses, but here I am, guys. I am ready for 2023. I have already transplanted about 300 seedlings into my yard. And some of them are the tomatoes. As you can see, the tomato plants are already established. They are, I started my tomato plants in the beginning of January inside my grow tent, as I always do. So this is the video tour for the month for 2020, for spring 2023. And I would say this is going to be the video tour for April and May. So stay tuned. I hope you enjoy it, and I really hope everybody's doing okay out there. I'm going to start this video tour by showing you the progress of my 4-year-old apple tree. This apple tree, if you have been following my channel for quite some time, you already know that this apple tree was planted from seed. I don't know what variety apple this is, but the thing put out 2 apples last year. Unfortunately, because the apple tree is just too young, that apple didn't do any good. It came to an end probably the beginning of July last year, and it just fell off the plant. But hopefully this year it's different, and that way I can see what variety apple this is. As you saw at the beginning of the video, my full yard is packed with poppies. I mean, this year has been a very good year for poppies. I got poppies all over the place, you guys. I have them in my backyard, front yard, along my fence outside. All my neighbors are, I see them when they walk their dogs. They are taking pictures right next to my poppy plants, and I really like it. That's the whole idea of me making this garden so full of plants, full of life, just so people enjoy it. My viewers, my YouTube channel, and also my neighbors. Everybody benefits from these plants, you guys. So I'm really happy that and all these poppies, they came from seed. Last year I collected lots of seed, and just like I've been mentioning on my previous videos, collect all the seed that you can from your poppy, from all your plants, and just scatter them all over the place in the month of late November, early December. And believe me, the seed will sprout. I believe the beginning of January or the end of December. And yes, because of the cold weather, they will not grow as fast as you would hope they would. But believe me, by the time spring comes around, this is what you get. I want to talk about my fruit trees. Something weird is happening in 2023, guys. I have not seen one single bee in 2023. I swear to you, not one single bee. But yet, every single flower has been, pollinated by, I don't know, maybe nature. I don't know. Maybe I think it's maybe by the wind, because it's been so windy. But all those flowers that you see there have been there for a good 2 months, and guess what? They're not falling off the tree, and that is a good sign they have been pollinated. And if you don't believe me, check this out. I'm gonna see if okay, here it is. Check this out. A lot of the nectarines are already growing. Check this. See, there's one right here. I don't know if you can see it, but check that out. I always thought that you had the need of bees to be able to have a fruit in your within your tree, but I guess I was wrong. Look at this. There's no need for bees, you guys. I mean, would love to have them around, but this year in 2023, I have not seen one single bee in my yard, and it's very strange. And for what I have heard in the past on YouTube videos, the wind can also be a great tool for pollination, a great source for pollination. I really, really need your input on this one. Comment, you guys. What's going on in 2023? Are bees gone for good? Are they coming back? I have not seen one of them this spring, so I would love to hear your comments on that. I'm getting ready with my green beans. I planted the seed directly into the ground rather than started them in my grow tent. And I did that because beans, every time I start them in my grow tent, they just grow too fast. They take over my grow tent and they start binding up inside the tent, and it's just a mess. Not only that, but by the time I transplant them, they don't do that good. So this year, just about, I think about a week and a half ago, I decided to plant the seed directly into the ground. And as you can see, they are already doing excellent. Check that out. I'm gonna have lots of green beans. Green beans is one of the plants that I love to harvest. I don't give any of those away. When it comes to peas, sugar snap peas and green beans, I don't give those to my neighbors or to anybody because I love to cook green beans. And the peas, sugar snaps, I just eat them directly. Now, this variety of carrot I don't like because they just produce too much foliage. But the carrots just remain too small, so I just dispose those. Now the remaining carrots within this raised bed are the orange type. Those, as you can see, very little foliage, and the carrots themselves, they just grow super large into the ground. I'm gonna leave these carrots within the raised bed throughout the growing season. With the idea to collect a seed for next year. So I'm not gonna, maybe I might eat 2 or 3 of those guys, but the rest I'm just gonna save them for seed for 2024. I'm gonna show you my, I believe this one's gonna be my 5-year-old nectarine tree. This one here was also started from seed. This one here came from that mother plant right there that I was just showing you. Well, year 5, and guess what? Check that out. This thing is loaded down with nectarines, as you can see. And again, no bees. This thing was packed with flowers. And guess what? Every single flower has pollinated. Check this out. This is the first time that I'm gonna be harvesting lots of nectarines off of this tree. This tree, once again, it was started from seed, not by choice. It was a little seedling that I transplanted from that side to this side right here. And guess what? Look at this. 5 years later, I have my own nectarine tree. One thing about trees that you start from seed, you always want to make sure that you keep them trimmed. Like this one was a monster last year. This whole thing was covered up with foliage. So what I did in November, December, I think it was, I came out here with my ladder and I removed, oh my goodness, I swear, I removed, I think, about a good 60% of the branches that were shooting up to the sky. You don't want to have that, guys, on these trees. You want to keep them manageable. Like this new growth right here, by the time the growing season is over, those are going to be gone. I'm going to have to trim them. And the only ones that they're going to remain are they're going to be the side branches. And I'm going to do that all around the tree. I'm going to keep the center trimmed just like it is right now. That way it gets plenty of airflow and plenty of sunlight. That's also one of the things that I've learned on a YouTube video. When I give my shout out to, man, I forgot that guy, Plant Abundance. No, I don't like that guy. It's actually James Prigioni. James Prigioni has a very nice channel and very humble guy. I like people that are humble and that don't try to take advantage of their channel to make profit of what they do. I love people that are into gardening, that are actually helping others be better gardeners out there. And James Prigioni, man, I love you guys. I love you guys, man. My shout out to him, and also to there's so many YouTubers out there that if it wasn't for them, I would not be here today. These trees right here are loquats. These guys are going on year number, if I'm not mistaken, they're going on year number 3. They're not going to be putting out flowers or fruit, that is, for at least 2 more years, for what I heard. So these are my loquats. They came from San Fernando Valley, city of Reseda. A friend of mine has a loquat tree, and he had a whole bunch of seedlings. He gave me 3 of them, and I brought them here to Lancaster, the high desert, and they seem to love the high desert, guys. I mean, these things are evergreen. They have been going through brutal weather changes up here in the high desert. I'm talking about desert heat to extreme cold, and here they are. Look at this. These guys are evergreen plants. If you ever buy lots of land up here in the high desert, I really encourage you guys to plant lots of loquats if you want to make your property look beautiful and increase the value of it. Bring lots of loquats, and believe me, you're gonna have a paradise on earth if you bring well, actually up here in the high desert, that is, because you can't really grow a lot of stuff up here, but loquats they love the high desert. Garlic is doing really good. I have plenty of garlic transplanted onto my all around that area right there, because I had to do some remodeling. I had to get rid of so many raised beds. A lot of my garlic got wasted. Some of the garlics I was able to save onto these tire raised beds. I have some here. I have some over there. I'm going to be harvesting these garlics very soon. Beautiful plants. All right, guys, so I'm going to take you to the other side of the yard. If you are liking this video, please don't forget to leave your likes and your comments, and tell me how your garden is doing. I would love to hear your replies. We had a very nice winter. We had lots of rain. So I really hope that everybody's yard is doing as good as this one. One of my grapevines that I've had for so many years finally came to an end. Now I'm just left with this one. The one that finally died is the grape. My grape, it was the red type. It was so delicious, but for the past 3 years, I had noticed that it was not doing that great, and now I know why. It was just coming to an end, but I was forced to remove it. That thing, I've had it since I moved into this mobile home in 2011. It made it all the way through 2023. Unfortunately, 2023 was the end of it. So this is the only one I have left. When I barely got this one, this grapevine, it was the label said that it was a Concord grape. But for the past 3 years that I've been harvesting from this one, it doesn't look any like a Concord grape. Maybe it was mislabeled, but so this is it. This is the only grapevine that I have remaining around my house. I'm gonna buy another one of the red type, because that was so delicious. But for the time being, that's it, you guys. I was already removed all the dead branches, and this is what I have. Anytime you grow grapes, you want to make sure that you only leave behind the pods, the green pods. Everything else you need to cut, you need to trim. Otherwise, it's gonna affect the productivity. Like in this case right here, I saw this green pod right here. I didn't. It was nice. It was coming up, so I removed the this dead branch. It had nothing in it, so I clipped it, left it right there. I came around. I've noticed that after this one, from here on, it was dead. So I clipped it, and look at that. That is going to encourage the growth of new fruit that's coming out. All right, let me take it to the other side. This is another nectarine tree that was planted from a seedling. That right there is responsible for this one as well. Planted it into the ground, and now it has grown. This one I was forced to chop like 70% of the whole tree, because this is where people dump their trash, and the lid opened up and it kept breaking the branches, and I just decided I had two choices: either remove the whole tree or just trim it. Well, I did this. Check it out. All these branches, it's gonna be like an arc, and it already has fruit in it. Check it out. One more thing, one more time, packed with nectarines. All the flowers are there. As you can see, the thing is loaded down with nectarines without having the need of bees for some reason. Once again, I would love to hear your reply on this subject. How come there are no bees, but yet the trees are loaded down with fruit? Another fruit tree that is doing really good is this one right here. This one is my plum. The plum is also loaded down with fruit. Check that out. If you guys follow my channel, you guys know very well that I love plums. This is I believe this is my favorite tree within my whole yard. I love plums. Right next to it, they actually are sharing the same root ball, is my peach. It's a peach tree, my Pineda peach tree, and just like the others, loaded down with peaches. Check that out. Every single flower, check that out, pollinated. I'm so happy about that. This tree, if you guys are not my followers, let me tell you a little story about this peach tree. I was eating a peach. I grabbed the seed, I dump it into the ground right next to my plum tree, and 6 years later, it grew and it turned into a big peach tree. And as you can see, is sharing the same root ball with the plum tree. I've been telling this story over and over in my channel, but I don't know. A lot of people are worrying about spacing their trees, their plants. Check this out. What happened here? And they both produce lots of fruit year after year, and the fruit is quite large. This is the other side of my raised bed. As you can see, it's also loaded down with plants. More tomatoes have been planted into this yard. I've been growing lots of different tomatoes. I'm going to keep uploading videos about all the varieties that I'm growing this year. More beans are coming up, as you can see. These are going to be the yard long beans. I love those. Very, very tasty. More tomatoes. They are already flowering. All of these tomato plants have been started inside my grow tent. They were transplanted about 2 weeks ago, and because of the extreme cold weather that doesn't want to go away, all the plants are lacking. They're just lagging, taking forever to grow. But right now the weather's kind of nice, so things are going to change around here. Eggplants. More eggplants started inside my grow tent. More beans coming up. Check that out. More poppies. Nasturtium flowers. More tomatoes. I apologize for all this mess. It's like we've been having so much rain that it's very hard to keep up with all the weeds. This raised bed right here is just getting crowded with raspberries. I don't mind raspberries. I love them actually. And I'm going to be harvesting lots of raspberries this year in 2023. If you guys like this content, one more time, I really appreciate if you leave your comments. I would love to hear how your garden is doing in 2023. I haven't seen any videos posted lately, so I would love to hear from my subscribers how your garden is doing. This is the garden that I have dedicated to my cucumbers and some of my squash. As you can see, all the cucumbers are coming up. Some of these guys are going to get transplanted all over the yard because I don't want to overcrowd them. This is going to be my Italian squash. As you can see, the plants are already doing excellent. I'm going to give you guys some advice. If you want to save money, do not be buying any plants from Lowe's or Home Depot. It's very simple, guys. Get yourself a little bag, a little seed bag, and just grow your own. Plant the seed into the ground, keep watering it every other day, and you're going to be saving so much money. I swear to you, one single plant at Lowe's right now is about $3.50. That is so ridiculous. You can save the money and just do it yourself. Check this out. You can just grab whatever brand you want, but do not be giving Lowe's or Home Depot your money because there's no need. Check this out. Just find a spot in your yard, fill it up with good soil, water it, and if you want to buy some liquid fertilizer, you can just spray some from time to time if you want to be more successful. Remove the whatever weeds around it, and when the time comes, just transplant it into pots or different areas of your garden. That way you don't have to overcrowd your plants. This year is going to be a very good year, excellent, I would say, for strawberries. Strawberries are doing, look at this thing, the thing is loaded down. This whole raised bed, look at all those flowers. The only problem is that I don't have any bees around, so I don't know if all these flowers are going to get pollinated but I don't think that's going to be an issue. Check it out. This is my fence outside my garden. This is the side of the fence that is facing my street. This is where I've seen some of my neighbors taking pictures, and it's quite awesome. Very, very glad that I did that. Last year I saved up so much poppy seed that I was able to scatter all the seed outside my fence. Check that out. They go all the way across, all the way through to the trash can. Quite beautiful. If anybody was to ask me to explain the word perfection, I would use April 25th, 2023 as a reference. Today, oh my God, oh my goodness, I believe to me today is the perfect day. Nothing could explain the word perfection as April 25th, 2023. The weather is just perfect. It tells you how wise, how loving our God is to have created all these beautiful things for humankind, for them to enjoy and to eat from it. It's just perfect. Perfect. Paradise is coming, guys. God is going to turn the whole world into a living paradise where everybody's going to be able to grow all these different plants, not having any pest issues or weather issues, not extreme cold, not extreme heat, where everything just grows perfect, and humans can just multiply and eat healthy for the rest of their lives. So this is the end of the video, guys. This is the area where I have dedicated all these raised beds to my to my pepper plants. Pepper plants are not doing as good because they don't like the cold weather too much. These have only been out here for about a week, but they are coming along really good. I've already sprayed some liquid fertilizers to them just to give them a boost. After that, I just let them be and just let them do whatever they have to do. I've been growing. These are all kinds of different sweet peppers, jalapeno peppers, bell peppers, Jimmy Nardelos, and I have also interplanted some beans. And on this side is where I'm growing my super hot peppers. On this side is where you're going to be finding your extreme heat peppers, the ones that you do not normally eat. But I always grow them just to, there's so many things that you can do with those hot peppers, but I don't eat them. So guys, thank you very much for staying this long on this video. Thank you guys for watching it. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. There's lots of more videos coming up in 2023 throughout the summer. I'm going to show you all the different varieties of pepper plants and tomato plants that I'm growing, and it's going to be a very nice year. If you guys have any questions, any comments, any suggestions, please, I always watch every single one of your comments, and I also reply to most of them. Take care, guys. I really hope everybody's doing okay out there, and if you have any questions, please drop them in the comment section below. Until then, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you on the next high desert garden. Take care now. Bye bye.